No niin, tervetuloa vaan taas kaikille ja tervetuloa viimeisen Wolf Among Us-jakson pariin. Ja let's go. Ei tässä sitten puhuta sen kummempia, kun mennään katsomaan Crookedmania.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially... I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial.
Yes,
Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
Really?
I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women.
Et tappanutkaan, mä tapoin sen murhaajan, mutta
all
niinku...
I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Maybe you didn't carry it out, but I don't think Georgie was lying when he said you ordered their deaths.
Georgie would have said anything to save himself. We both know that.
No, actually we
I'm a
do, but
businessman,
yeah.
not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms.
I
Because
will
I'm
agree
not
to
saying another word until I'm brought before the community.
Yeah.
I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless.
Yeah.
And I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth?
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah.
My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
No, mitä muuta voin tehdä? No, vittu, otetaan se niinku...
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of
I'm
your
a little
peers.
pup. Yes, I'm a little pup.
And your punishment will follow.
Let's go. Voi. Katsotaan miten tää menee. My last cigarette. Okay. I don't know.
I know. But
Okay,
we have
witching
to do
world.
something. Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to...
Here he is,
He's back.
unharmed.
The Crooked Man.
God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay?
I'm
It's
not.
been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised.
What happened? We can talk
Not
about
that
it later.
You did well, but that, you know. I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
Aww.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is the rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's
If
no
that
Tää
doesn't
oikeesti
change
niinku...
anything,
Mä en voinut tehdä
we'll
mitään
deal
muuta
with it
siis,
later,
niinku se
but
olisi
right
ollut
now, you're
huomioon
the one I'm
tapauksessa.
concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
Siis
You are
in charge.
charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Twice.
That's me.
A
That's
misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are
Mä oon niin
charged with
ylpeä. Se oli
multiple counts
musta.
of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And resisting arrest.
Oh, yes. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you
Stop
didn't.
the charade. We know you're in...
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk, well go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
So speak.
You have the floor.
So
Thank you,
speaking.
Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Yeah.
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually
What?
believe this bullshit?
Nimenomaan.
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
I think you're done talking.
What are you afraid of? Why not let an old man say his piece? Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless.
Wow.
I was there to
Wow. Wow.
wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Don't blame Snow. She had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town.
Yeah, and I will stand
That may
with
not
you.
always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you.
She does.
And so
she
does the
does.
sheriff.
Yeah, and I will do.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
Noniin.
They're right.
Thank
You're
you.
all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town
Yes,
is
yes.
over.
Thank
And
you,
those
thank you,
girls
thank
will
you.
have
Kannatti
their
olla kiva,
justice.
kannatti olla kiva, kannatti olla kiva. Thank you. They are all in our sight.
Very good, very good.
Thank you,
The
thank you,
sentiment
thank
is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, Crooked Man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you.
Ja mietitään
For
sitä
profit.
vittu Beauty.
Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I
Siis
understand.
Beauty ja Beast on ollut molemmat
You're
nyt
trying to
mitä...
say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did
Ottaa
because he was
päähän.
working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
I didn't!
Maybe he's right.
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
That's
You
enough.
won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen,
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction?
God.
Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
I'm fucking...
Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
whether-
up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word
Nice,
about it because of
Nerissa,
these damn
nice.
ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
No.
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him.
You are winning the
Georgie would
crowd.
have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this.
Stupid?
We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
Same.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Yeah.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy? What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now,
Niin,
for
mitä sä
your
odotit?
sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
Where?
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can
That.
help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't get
bloodshed
it. So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
I have to decide
someone
this.
needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr.
But I don't
Wolf,
want.
It's your call.
No.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
Sos. Sos.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment.
Think of me when you try to sleep.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you
After
can't
what
be
he's
serious.
done, you're just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
No, kerro.
All right, do it.
The north wind blows. Huh. Joo. Enpä tehnyt tota ratkaisua ekas pelikerras. Toi oli niinku tällä hetkellä mitä mä halusin. Mutta eipä tullut oikeasti tehty. Mä heitin sen mun mielestä kaivoon viimeksi. Hello,
Not what I
crooked
was
man.
expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Let's just call it even.
Hey, Sheriff. You gonna
Hey.
come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
Oh my god, who is gonna go
This
to the
fucking
bar?
line.
Everyone's here.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Okay, thanks. Thanks.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Just go. Okei, Colin ei ainakaan ole lähes. Okei. Mietin, että meneeköhän Toad nyt kuitenkin. Koska kiva, jos Toad joutuu nyt menemään, kun mulla ei ollutkaan tilaisuutta niin ottiin rahaa. Oh no!
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day.
I'm sorry.
Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance. But Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
What?
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
I'm sorry. I tried. I would have.
Give this to Miss White, please. Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best.
Aww.
It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the Mundies seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No.
No.
Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
I don't know. He, must have run off.
Bullshit.
I'm sorry. Oh, Grandmaster
Saying goodbye?
Librarian. Okay. Oh, Nerissa!
Hi.
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 You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am.
Se ei
It's
varmaan
not
vaan...
easy to forget.
Niin.
I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
It's okay. I get it.
Siis jos se on niinku... En mäkään uskaltais ottaa sitä pois. Ihan to be honest, en mäkään uskaltais.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the crooked man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they'd go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
It's okay. Just calm down.
Everything's okay.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the crooked man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him
It was your fault.
and I begged for mercy.
It was your fault.
For all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Niin no, siis kuka olisi voinut arvata,
Yeah.
että tuossa käy noin?
Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the crooked man. But then... Oh, God. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason.
Ugh.
And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality.
Yeah.
Especially after that night after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
Tää mä muistin.
I walked her over here, and I left her.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah, I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that.
Yeah.
When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
Yeah,
I know
that's
I
actually
feel
true.
that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
Snow doesn't really need me.
I'm sure that's not true.
But it is.
After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was.
That's
so
actually
from where
true,
I'm
yeah.
standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Ding 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 ding! Ringing the bells, ringing the bells, ding ding ding.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me.
You like my ribbon?
Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
Ding 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 ding. Mut joo siis tässä on nyt se, että kun me alussa tavattiin Fate, niin Fate oli oikeasti kuollut jo. Eli Nerissa oli se, joka tuli meidän luokse, niinku aloitti tämän kaiken. Se just sen niinku antoi tavallaan niinku syyn epäillä jotakin ja sitten sen jälkeen se toi Fatein pään niinku meidän doorstepille. Ja se on nyt tää juttu, että mikä aloitti tämän kaiken justiinsa. Ja näin. Mutta that's how it ends. Ei mitään tietoa, että mitä tässä tapahtuu sitten. Että se voit joko niinku mennä pysäyttämään Nerissan ja niinku tavallaan, en mä tiedä, aikooko se mitä tehdä nyt Nerissan kanssa, että niinku, aikooko se jotakin yrittää sen kanssa nyt kun Snowlla on selkeästi kiireitä. Ärsyttää. Vai niinku mitä, mut joo. Okay. What did you do to Georgie? You and 68% of players killed Georgie. Did you give the Crooked Man trial? 89% pelaajista toi elävänä sen tonne. How did you punish the crooked man? You and 47% of players choose to imprison the crooked man. Did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? You and 98% of players. Joo, nimenomaan. Et, tosi pieni prosentti oli vaan sillä, että juu ei. What were your last words to Nerissa? You and 54% of players said, I hope I've done some good for you. Some good here. Okay, Beast. You lied to him about seeing Beauty outside the apartment. Beauty, you promised her you wouldn't tell Beast that you saw her outside the farm. You impressed her with your detective skills. Bluebeard, you found him after the interrogation. You fought him. Butcher, you offered him protection at the business office. Colin, you gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. You helped him avoid the farm. Crooked Man, you took him back to the witching valley. You imprisoned him. Anteeksi, eli pakko aivasta. Fate, you gave her money after the fight with the witchman. With the witchman. Tässä on nyt se, että mä en antanut sitä Fateille, vaan mä annoin sen Nerissalle, mutta kuitenkin. Gren, you drank with Gren after Lily's funeral. Snow, you brought her along with you to the trip trap. You promised to bring the crooked man back alive. Tiny Tim, you chose to wait for him. You accept his beetle. DJ, you have accepted his beetle and promised him to give it to Snow. Toad, you stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm. Joo. Niin sä voit continuaa story tuolla. Mutta tosiaan Wolf Among Usista on tulossa 2. Se on tekeillä tällä hetkellä. En oikein tiedä, että missä se sitten, milloin se on tulossa, mutta sitten kun se tulee, niin mä aion pelata sen sitten tällä kanavalla nyt, kun mä olen saanut tän 1 teille pelattua. Siitä tulee sitten ensireaktiot. Oh, wait. Näin. Tuo oli se, mitä mä meinasin. Vabletown Justice, when criminal capture, joo. Sitten on The New Order, Snow White in charge. With the grain out of fictional Mayor Cole has officially appointed Snow White as the director of operations and deputy mayor in his absence. Many would say this promotion is a long time coming, since he was instrumental in the establishment of Fabletown and personally ensured that many fables made it to the new world safety. She's also been doing the work of deputy mayor unofficially for years. Sheriff Bigby. After fleeing the homelands, Bigby will spend many years wandering through Europe. With the Fable colony quickly developing in the New World, Snow White and Feathertop tracked down the wolf and offered him passage to Fabletown. He agreed, and Snow cut him with a lycanthrope-stained knife to give him the power to change into human form at will. Eli se ei tarvitse sitä niinku glamouria, okei. Bigby became a sheriff of Fabletown under King Cole's administration, but because of his violent past, many Fables didn't trust him, and he was banned from ever setting foot on the farm. To this day, he struggles to redeem himself in the eyes of the community. Yes, that's unfortunate there. Mut okei. Mun puuttuu tää pari asiaa kuitenkin vielä. Mut joo, ihan hyvin saatiin täällä kerättyä trofejakin ja tämmöstä. Which is good. Which is always good. Mut joo. Se oli tässä, hei, kuulkaas tällä kertaa. Toivon mukaan te tykkäsitte tästä sarjasta. Musta oli ainakin todella hauska kuvata teille tätä ja odotan innolla tätä Wolf Among Us 2, joka tosiaan on tekeillä tällä hetkellä. Ja tulen sitä sitten kuvoilemaan tänne heti, kun sillä vain tulee. Mut joo, eiköhän me lopetella tällä kertaa tähän näin. Minä en tiedä, mitä tulee ensi viikon maanantaina, mutta jos olette seuranneet, että mikä tuo äänestyksen tulos on, tai jos te katsotte mun SSO-videoita, niin sitten tiedätte kyllä varmaan, mikä se tulee olemaan ensi viikolla, mutta joo. Mä menen nimittäin nyt laittamaan sen äänestyksen käyntiin, joten te voitte sitten katsoa sitä nyt, tai niin kuin nyt se on ollut käynnissä jo ja näin poispäin ollen. Varmasti olen kuvannut ne, että mitä mä olen aikomassa nyt tehdä ensi maanantaina, mutta jes. Me kuitenkin nähdään ensi maanantaina seuraavan sarjan parissa ja se olisi sitten tässä tällä kertaa. Kiitos, että olitte mukana tämän Wolf Among Us Journeyn parissa ja me nähdään tosiaan ensi kerralla ensi videoiden parissa. Se olisi sitten morjesta!